Alright, what's up? Yeah. Well, it's the Masked Man here, and be part 2. What if Naruto got more from his father? So yeah, hope you guys like it. It's probably gonna be pretty shitty though, since I'm kind of tired right now, and I have to go to work in about 2 hours, and I just want to get a video done. It's probably gonna be crap, honestly. So yeah. So now with that over with, we go back to Naruto. If you guys don't remember what Naruto looks like, he has an electrical scar on his left side of his face that goes like past his eye. Like, right, it's like his left side of face is all electrical scarring. He has burned his whole right arm all the way till his wrist is was burnt, so he's melted skin and stuff there. He has multiple stab mark scars as well over his body. Yeah, so with that means, so if you guys do not know, in the first part, Naruto's tortured for about like 2 months straight. They gave him, the people who tortured him, just random people within the village, decided, let's torture a 4-year, like a fucking 7-year-old, right? So basically, they got chakra seals and then put chakra seals on him, and to cancel out all the chakra, even the Nine-Tails chakra. So it gave him no healing ability, and only reason he survived because he's half Uzumaki with high vitality. So yeah, that's basically how that works. Continuing on forward with that. Hold on, put my headset down. So Naruto is, so basically continuing back on there's a little recap. Naruto, where I basically got to the point where Naruto was about to do the bell test with Kakashi. Naruto's already told Sasuke and Sakura the actual answer of the bell test, since Naruto's a lot smarter in this one and stuff like that. He deducted that the answer was teamwork, since he's never really heard and he kind of picked up that only two of them would be passing, right? Anyway, so he kind of deducted that, maybe it has to do with teamwork, right? So basically, he told them that, and Sasuke was really surprised because, Naruto is totally different than he was, right? Sakura, she's too busy admiring Sasuke, and whenever Naruto would say something, she would fucking start talking about how great Sasuke is and stop trying to copy Sasuke, right? Because, that's Sakura for you. Alright, let's see. So Naruto, he would yeah. So basically, we just get back to the beginning. So basically, the next day would happen, and that's what would be the bell test. Naruto would actually get there 3 hours late, because he just wanted to see if their sensei would show up 3 hours late at the same time. But when he got there, Kakashi's already there and stuff. As he's like, looks like you're 3 hours late, Naruto. As Naruto instantly knew, it was like, yeah, alright. He goes, so basically with that, Naruto can already tell that Kakashi, he's gonna have his fun with him, of course, and stuff like that, but also he's gonna have, he's gonna mess around with them as well. As Naruto's like, oh, well, okay, basically, right? So, of course, Naruto, sorry, Sensei, I didn't mean to be late. I just assumed that since you were 3 hours late the first time, it was like a habit of yours or something. I'll make sure not to make the same mistake again. As Kakashi goes, he goes, well, apology accepted, and alright, well, Yes, don't make the same mistake again. As with that, they would all start getting ready. Well, after a little bit of Sakura berating Naruto and yelling at him, even though literally Sasuke even berated her about how she literally makes fun of an orphan for being an orphan. So, yeah, and then, yeah, so. So, yeah, Naruto, of course, doing so just would just listen on. He wouldn't. He doesn't know. He's about like 99% sure. Like the bell test is a teamwork exercise, right? And if we do teamwork, they would pass. But he's like 99% sure since well, he really thinks there's no way they're gonna pass because well, Sasuke's arrogance and Sakura being so in love with Sasuke would even listen to him at all. And since Sasuke's arrogant, he's not gonna listen to him either. He didn't really expect him to listen to what he had to say yesterday, so he was just, oh, okay, well, he goes, well, I guess we just have to go with it. Doing so, Naruto would, yeah, basically Kakashi would do his whole speech and about the rules of the whole test, basically just telling him that, well, you guys gotta try to get one of these two bells, two of you would only pass, blah, 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 right? As Naruto basically goes, yep, teamwork. Now he's 100% sure it's teamwork. So yeah, with Naruto, he would basically when Kakashi would start, Naruto would leave as well. Kakashi being kind of surprised because from the reports and records of Naruto that Naruto's really upfront and loud and obnoxious. So he was kind of surprised. He goes, oh, he goes, well, maybe he was hiding a little something, right? He goes, well, he hid his presence the best out of everybody here. It's even hard for me to sense him. I'm giving that to Naruto because in the literal beginning of the show, Naruto outran Jonin, Chunin, and even Anbus, and he got away from them. And then when he wanted to be found by Aruka, it's just, bro, it's not. It's basically showing you that Naruto has a shit ton of talent with being a ninja. If they, oh my god, bro. I read this fanfic. It was about the Anbu captain or something like that, acknowledging Naruto's ability to even hide from Anbu. So, like, the fanfic was about Naruto joining the Anbu. It was pretty cool. Then he got really weird out of nowhere. I was like, oh, well, this is black. So yeah, just my opinion. It doesn't really matter. So yeah, continuing forward, Naruto, yeah, yeah. So he's like, all right, well. Basically, he would be sitting in a tree, and he's like, "Oh, well," he goes, He goes, how am I gonna get them to work with us? Since I was 3 hours late, and since Kakashi Sensei was gonna be 3 hours late anyways, it only gives us a limited amount of time to do this. Because this is just set up for failure, really. So of course, Naruto would basically just sit there thinking. He goes, "What could I do?" And basically, you just come to the conclusion that maybe he can't do anything because this is just a test that's set up for failure. Just yeah, there's nothing else you can do about it, right? So yeah, so with that Naruto, yeah, he basically just watched everything go down, really. Kakashi was very impressed with Naruto as soon as Sasuke was done getting English is difficult, bro. I suck at English sometimes. Just I know or just can't speak. Humiliated? I don't fucking know what it. Yeah, basically just getting absolutely fucking shit on by Kakashi and Kakashi testing his like temper and stuff like that. So doing so, Naruto, after seeing that, he would go, of course, save Sakura, releasing her from the Genjutsu. Basically, she would wake up and go, Sasuke? Because where's Sasuke, right? And basically do her whole Sasuke this, Sasuke that. And well, Naruto goes, well, come on, we could go get Sasuke. She goes, Naruto, what are you doing here? He goes, well, I just helped you get out of the Genjutsu. Because I don't know why, but you were supposed to be the best user of Genjutsu within our class. I don't know how you didn't tell us a Genjutsu. But come on, we have to go get your precious Sasuke. If not, he would probably die. Doing so, that would get Sakura on her feet instantly. As Naruto goes, I guess that works. So doing so, they would continue running on as Naruto showed the way. As just a little bit down, just a little bit farther down, Sasuke would then hear two people landing as he goes, basically Sakura, before Sasuke didn't say anything, he saw Sakura basically instantly run over and then try to get him out there and stuff, so yeah. As basically Sakura goes, come on, Naruto, come me save Sasuke real quick, right? As basically Naruto goes, he walks up as he goes, really, you guys should listen to me. I've already told you that this is a test of teamwork. He's a Jonin, the best Jonin in probably the whole village. And you thought you could get even take a bell from him? You might have touched it, but he was underestimating you, Sasuke. So we're going to have to work as a team for this to even work. We're even going to try to get a bell or two. So that Sasuke goes, yeah, I'll listen to you. Just get me out of the ground. As Naruto goes, well, alright then, what's the deal? As basically Naruto would walk next to him as he's standing in front of Sasuke. He goes, this is pretty self-explanatory. You were caught in an Earth-style jutsu, right? So that means you use the opposite, whatever negates the effect of Earth, which is lightning. So you would use a lightning or any type of lightning jutsu to kind of negate the effect so you can get out easier. This is just a casual, regular E-rank jutsu. It just gives a little bit of electrical shock and uses electricity, and then boom. Doing so, he would touch the ground in front of Sasuke, as he would add more chakra to it to make it more of a powerful, it would be more like a searing technique then. Like a very, very high shock, right? Doing so, Sasuke would get the earth from Sasuke would start getting softer and stuff, as since the earth he's in is literally made out of chakra because of the headhunter jutsu. Doing so, it would basically soften up, and then as soon as whatever objects within the ground, the chakra becomes one with the earth, and then it just goes back to being dirt, right? So with that, Sasuke Biala goes, "What? How'd you do that? Because what'd you choose that? Give me it now." As Naruto goes, "Hey, it's just a regular Iran jutsu. Just add a little bit more chakra to it, and boom." Because now we scale on the plan. Doing so, the bell would ring then. As Naruto goes, "It's not even that fast." Because it's what it was like we're failing. As basically, as in this one, Sakura would be the one that tied up. As Kashi goes, he goes, "I never got to test you, Naruto, but from the looks of it, it looks like you understood what the secret meaning of the test was. Teamwork." As Naruto goes, "I knew it." As he goes, "You guys would have passed if you guys would just listen to Naruto. but since he was dead last of last year, you guys think of him as, well, lowly trash, am I right? As Sakura basically starts screaming, yeah, he's lowly trash and he's a demon. As Naruto goes, As Naruto goes, you know, it's basically, I know I might have said it in the first part, but I'm gonna add another one here, because Sakura's a retard and she only cares about fucking Sasuke. So, yeah. Both terms within that sentence I just said. Yeah. So with that, as Naruto basically he would basically be leaning against sitting down leaning against the pole with one leg up and his arm resting on his leg as he just is on his knee as he goes, Sakura, do you really know what the terms of demon you're using for me? What is it that really makes me a demon? As Sakura goes, he goes, I don't really know. He goes, exactly. I'm guessing you heard your mother say something, or your father, right? And she goes, yeah, that's my mother called you and told me to call you. And she goes, alright, well, you want to know why I'm called a demon? And she kind of gets a little bit scared because, well, demon means is something bad, right? So for her, she's like, I hope he's like not some sort of real monster that like kills people all the time, right? So basically, Naruto goes, as Sasuke literally mumbles to himself and goes, we already gone over this, right? So basically this happened like right after the meeting Kakashi and stuff. And yeah, but Sakura wasn't listening, of course, because she's too busy looking at Sasuke. But since in this one, Kakashi would then interrupt them, saying, he goes, you know, it's an S-rank secret, right, Naruto? He goes, I know it's an S-rank secret, Kakashi Sensei, but it's also my secret to tell. I don't care. He goes, it might be bad if it gets out, but it's not going to get bad if I'm going to tell to some little fangirl that's trying to be a ninja. Because don't worry, Kakashi Sensei, I'm careful with my news, but it's not like it really matters since everybody in the whole village knows anyways, but yeah. Because Sakura, do you know what happened the night of the Nine Tails attack? And she goes, yeah, the fourth Hokage killed the Nine Tails. She goes, do you know what the fourth Hokage was really good in? She goes, it was his jutsu called the Flying Rising, right? It was a Flying Rising. It was a jutsu that allowed him to teleport. It goes, and what else? Basically, it keeps on going. It goes, I think it was called Fuin Jutsu, Ceiling Arch or something like that. Something stupid, I guess. And Naruto goes, it may be stupid to you, but it's really important to me. And she goes, what do you mean? He goes, that's what's holding the demon inside of me, is a seal. As he lifts up his shirt as there would be a seal there, because that seal right there holds what the fourth defeated. And she goes, wait, what? He goes, what do you mean? He goes, that's basically, Sasuke was kind of annoyed at this. He goes, okay, do you have to spell it out? He goes, the nine-tailed fox is sealed within Naruto. The fourth Hokage didn't kill the Nine Tails, but sealed it within Naruto when he was a baby. As Sasuke would kind of be like, so why did he choose you though? Because what makes you so special to have a demon inside of you? Miss Naruto goes, don't just go ask me questions, Sasuke. It's like you're asking my personal information while you won't even talk about your brother who killed your clan. I mean, he killed your clan and all, but you gotta talk to somebody about that. And I'm not gonna go around asking questions about your personal life either. So leave it alone. Basically, with that, Kakashi goes, basically sitting there listening, goes, well, I'll give you guys a second chance, right? As Naruto goes, okay, what's the second chance? He goes, oh, it's Sasuke and Naruto. You guys can eat, but Sakura can't. And it's basically Sakura is now wishing she ate dinner because, well, her dieting, right? So, with that, basically Kakashi would leave with the bentos as the Sasuke and Naruto start eating. Sakura's stomach would growl as Naruto would sigh and then go, "Alright, eat." As Sakura goes, "Oh, you can't eat or we will fail." As Naruto goes, "Do you not have you not been listening for the past 10 to 15 minutes? Teamwork. If we're gonna have to work as a team, we're gonna need everybody up to shape. Even though we have to break the rules, but that's what shinobis do. We fight unfair, so it doesn't matter." As basically Sakura goes, it's basically Sakura goes, "But still we'll fail." As basically after that, Sasuke would be like, basically now thinking on it, Sasuke goes, "Huh, really good point. All right, well, yeah, let's do that, I guess." As doing so, he would then sigh as well and say, "Alright, eat Sakura." As Sakura being so joyed that Sasuke is feeding her, would then start eating, of course, and then Kakashi would show up and be like, "You!" with the whole, like, presentation of being really scary and all. And Naruto would not be on guard because he knows he passed. He's not dumb. Naruto's really fucking smart. He's super smart because, well, he's Minato's fucking son. So yeah, Kakashi goes, "You pass," as basically Sasuke and Sakura are like, "Huh?" As Naruto goes, "Well, we passed because we used teamwork. It was a test. If we didn't feed you, Sakura, we would have failed." As Kakashi goes, exactly. He goes, "Looks like the dead last is really the smartest one out of all of you here, even the genius Uchiha." As basically Sasuke, of course, getting pissed at this point because both Naruto's been showing him up the whole time. So yeah, alright, there we go. I just had to fucking take a deep breath because I needed to. So yeah, continuing on. Continuing on with that, basically they would pass as this point Sasuke's getting really pissed at Naruto. He's getting jealous for one because Naruto's getting outsmarting him, and well, he wishes that he could outsmart Naruto, but he really can't because really he knows that Sasuke knows that him himself is not really a genius. He's just a hard worker in private. If you did not know that, Sasuke is not really a genius. He was announced to be a genius because people wanted to make sure the last Uchiha would stay within Konoha, right? So they gave him the title of genius to make him feel good about himself, and yeah. And doing so, since like he had the title, he wanted to make sure that everybody still thinks he's a genius. Well, I don't know like if he actually was, but I'm saying he wasn't. Like fuck Sasuke, he's a bitch. Had almost everybody in Konoha riding his fucking cock, and then he goes, "I want more power," and then leaves. Literally, he could have got a Sonic to like teach him. I mean, he did. I mean, he did get a Sonic to teach him, but not a Orochimaru. He could have got help from Jiraiya, even Tsunade. Like, he could have got so much more help with chakra control and how the human body works with with Tsunade's help and stuff like that. Like, come on, bro. He could have learned so much more from just powerful jutsus. you can learn so much more that would be much more tactical and so much better within the fight. Of course, Naruto learned nothing that great besides a bigger Rasengan and a little bit better Taijutsu. But if he was a bit smarter, and if Jiraiya was an actual teacher and didn't just throw things at people like he did with Minato, Naruto would have been really a lot stronger, 100%. So yeah, back to yeah. Basically, they would pass as they would start taking D ranks for the next couple of months. Of course, so yeah, they took D ranks for the next couple of months. As during a couple of months, of course, they got a little bit of training from Kakashi. As Naruto then realized that Kakashi's a lazy person, and well, they're not going to get much training from them at all. As during with that, so yeah, Naruto, he does not know tree walking at all yet, or water walking. He's basically been doing almost every other exercise, chakra exercise technique, almost every single other one, even like the really, really high ones. So it's a lot harder to do, but he could do it, of course. It takes a lot of concentration, but it doesn't help because he needs the practice of molding his chakra to stick to trees and to float on top of water, right? So yeah. So he's not really up there with chakra control yet. But with his jutsus, he's gotten progressively farther than lot farther than he was normally at. So basically, he's progressed a lot more with the jutsus, of course, and stuff like that. He has two main jutsus that he's usually going to use. Not in a fight yet because he's not that high with not that efficient with the jutsu yet. So yeah, but he has a couple that he's going to use, right? Yeah. So Naruto, yeah, he got a little bit of training with. Of course, his jutsus and stuff, and he kept on doing his regular chakra control exercises, and well, yeah, he was doing pretty good. So with that, the next month would go by as they kept on doing D ranks. They did like one C rank so far, and it was just a regular escort. Next, then it would be like the whole Tazuna shit would happen then, right? So yeah, next they would go to Hiruzen to go get another mission. As with that, yeah, yeah, so basically they'll get there as this time it was Sasuke that kind of was like, Lord Third, can we get a higher mission? I think we are a lot more capable of a higher rank mission. As Hiruzen goes, oh, alright, well, cool. If you think you guys Kakashi goes, yeah. That's basically, they would get the whole Tazuna mission. Tazuna would come in, right, as he would get called in and then start insulting everybody, calling Naruto a midget, even though Naruto's the second tallest out of everybody there. Sakura is the shortest in the group now, so yeah. So he made fun of Sasuke for being a brooding and emo kid, Sakura for having pink hair, and Naruto for having yellow hair. So yeah, I called Sakura a midget as well, so yeah. Um, so yeah, he basically with that, Tazuna would then leave to go stay at like an inn or something like that, as the next day would happen after everybody would pack their stuff. With that, Naruto has a couple storage scrolls, so he uses those and stuff like that. So there's Kakashi, and well, Sasuke would, but he's retarded. What the fuck? Sorry, I'm pausing a lot. I'm just thinking. So yeah, continuing on, they would basically start the mission as with Naruto would be the first one there because he knows Kakashi's probably going to show up since he showed up exactly on time for the last hearing. So he's like, alright, since I'm going to show up early, I'm just going to show up early so I get a bit of time to myself before we leave for a long time, for like a month or so, right? So of course he would then get a little bit to himself as Kakashi would actually be there as well, show up about like 20 minutes afterwards, being early as well. Doing so, Naruto basically be sitting on top of the gate right now as he's just looking out forward outside of Konoha. As Kakashi basically go body flicker up there and then sit down next to Naruto as he goes, guess so, Naruto. So how are you doing? As Naruto goes, I'm doing fine, Kakashi-sensei. I got here a little bit early to get a little time myself before I'm outside the village for the first time. And also being going on the same mission with Sasuke and Sakura. It's really gonna be a pain in my butt. As with Kashi goes, He goes, may I ask a question? Why do you wear makeup? As Naruto goes, Oh. He goes, Yeah, I guess I always do that. I forget I do that. Because, yeah, I cover up. It's not what I want to talk about, but I cover up some things that need to be covered up. Or people would think even lesser of me because of how I look. Because of the things that I cover up. As Kakashi goes, interesting. I do remember saving a young boy at the age of around 7. Like similar blonde hair to yours. He was tortured for a couple months and well, never heard from him then again. As Naruto goes, wait, what? He goes, that sounds awfully like me. He goes, wait, Kashi Sensei, were you part of the Anbu? He goes, mm-hmm. As now Naruto thinking on it, there was a silver hair Anbu usually watching him. He goes, so you're the one that's been helping me throughout my whole life, along with Itachi and Shisui as well. As Kakashi goes, oh, so you know those two? He goes, yeah, I knew Shisui really well. Me and him, he would usually help me out with my training. And then, well, Itachi would, go do usually missions and stuff to honor his father and stuff. But, yeah. But thanks for helping me a lot, Kakashi-sensei. As basically Kakashi goes, don't worry about it. But goes, so why do you wear the makeup though? Are you afraid people would look down on you because of your scars? As Naruto goes, it would be kind of bad if I would show up to an academy and my first day was loaded with scars, don't you think? As Kakashi not thinking, I goes, that is that's a good point. He goes, but he goes, so are you gonna show Sasuke and Sakura then? As he goes, I guess I could. And basically Naruto goes, well, I'll be right back. I guess I'll go get all this makeup off. As basically Naruto would go to like just a public restroom, right, and just take water and go wipe off all the makeup and stuff. Yeah, so basically everybody would be there besides Naruto, as basically Kakashi still sitting up on top of the gate as he's just looking out forward while reading his book. As basically Sasuke is already there along with Sakura and, well, fuck, I forgot his name, oh my god, dude, I forgot the build. Tazano, yeah, Tazano. I almost forgot his name. I did for a second. That was crazy. So, so yeah, basically they're all sitting there as Tazano goes, so where's the yellow haired brat? As Kashi goes, doing something. He was here earlier, but he had to go get something. Or, well, go take something off. As Sasuke goes, what the hell? Sasuke's like, what the hell does that mean? As Sakura then start instantly making a joke about how he's probably going to the graveyard to go see if he can find his mother and father, right? As Kakashi's pretty annoyed about it because he knows who Naruto's parents are, and Naruto's parents were like parents to Kakashi, so yeah. But he can't. That's another secret that nobody knows. Literally nobody knows besides the Hokage and a select few, right? I don't think the council knows. Yeah, I don't think they know at all, actually. I don't think it was Hiruzen and Kakashi that know, and Jiraiya as well, of course. So yeah. And Tuoichi. I'm pretty sure Tuoichi knew as well from the very beginning because, well, he was on the same team, getting squad um, as Minato, and also Minato and, of course, Kushina would always go there, and she would go there when she was pregnant, so yeah. He knew that I was pregnant, and learning that Naruto's nine-tailed Jinchuriki had blonde hair, and last name Uzumaki, yeah, he fucking knew. So with Naruto, hold up, give me a second, actually. Hold up, bruh. I was seeing how much time I have left before I have to start getting ready for work. So, there you go. Alright, so yeah, back to it. I'm thinking about something. Alright, so. Yeah, so basically with Naruto, he'd basically get all the makeup off as he would look in the mirror as his face is all scarred, his eyes are yellow, and he just look in the mirror as he goes, I know I don't really like the two, but they're like my only friends I have right now. I haven't hung out with Shikamaru ever for a long time. So I don't even really think they consider me as a friend. I just hope that they don't think worse of me. That's another thing. Naruto is he's very scared to show people his scars because he thinks since everybody already hates him, he thinks the people that are actually close to him, that he thinks of friends, of course, would push him away because of the scars. So he would have wore makeup and stuff like that. So yeah, so basically he would start walking through. He would just start walking out of there. So he's basically walking there as he's put away his he did have contact lenses. Like, I mean, it's pretty easy. Like, he had some contact lenses because, I mean, in Naruto, it's known that there are contact lenses in Naruto because if you've not seen the episodes where Kakashi was dressed up as somebody else and he had not fully black eyes, he was wearing contact lenses. So I see why not Naruto can easily just steal a couple, right? I mean, and then just keep on using them and stuff. So that's why he had blue eyes because he wore contacts. Really, he has full yellow eyes that are exact same color of his hair. And whenever he uses chakra, they kind of glow a bit, yeah, to make it a little bit cooler, right? So he basically walking through the village as he finally get to the gate. As during throughout the walk, people are like looking at him like they don't really recognize him. He's like, they're not giving me those glares. They're more giving me the looks of curiosity. As Naruto goes, is it since that mask I wore, and well, the physical one as well? Did they really think I'm not Naruto anymore? As Naruto goes, maybe I should. He goes, not yet. I should wait a bit. As Naruto would, well, yeah, he's like, alright. Oh shit, now I got like fucking 2 hours. What the fuck? I'm a dumbass. I was thinking on what time I have to go to work, so I work during night. I work night shifts and stuff like that. I work 7:30 p.m. all the way to 3 a.m. It fucking sucks. It really does. And for some reason, I always like waking up around 10 o'clock, even though I fall asleep at like 4 and stuff. I wake up at like 10. I know that's like a full hour, 6 hours, right? So I was like, but at the same time, I need a little bit more sleep, or sleep in a lot longer, so I can have more energy during my night shift. So yeah, I start at 7:30, and I use military time, and so does my workspace, and all that. So where I work, we use military time there. And I was thinking, so I set my alarm for like 18:30, which is actually 6:30. Um, so yeah, but I was thinking, I totally forgot I don't start work at 6:30. I start work at 7:30. I was like, oh fuck, I got like a whole hour, 2 hours, bro. I got like 2 hours to work, but 1 hour till I really start getting ready and stuff like that. So yeah, that was just a little, just fucking yeah, just me being dumb, right? So with Naruto, yeah, he basically walk up to the gate as even the two tuning that are usually there waiting, like the two tuning there, the two best tuning in the world, right? Basically, they would be there as yeah, they basically look at Naruto like, holy shit, that's Naruto, right? As basically doing so would actually cause Sakura, of course, would want to yell at Naruto because he's late. Would then look at him and be like, wait, that's Naruto? There's no way. He looks so cool. She said that kind of out loud as Sasuke's like, now he's looking cooler than me? What the fuck, bro? As basically, Kashi goes, that's not that bad, isn't it, Naruto? Goes, I guess not, Kakashi Sensei. Goes, maybe I should have got rid of that makeup a long time ago. As basically Sakura goes, what, you wear makeup? As Naruto goes, do you not notice what's on my face? Of course I wore makeup. She goes, where'd you even get that from? That looks horrible. As Naruto goes, thanks for stating the obvious. He goes, that's my story to tell, and mine alone. Only Kakashi Sensei knows about it, and a couple of others. So, if I feel like we're getting closer and I trust you enough, we may be on the same team, but sometimes I don't trust you fully. I only tell you my story and my life when I start feeling like I can trust you fully. As Sakura finally realized that she was kind of fawning over Naruto because how cool he looked with the scars and shit. As she would go, don't think the scars would make you look better, Naruto. Stop trying to get a date with me. As Naruto just fucking shakes his head, he's just like, what the fuck? Does it look like I was trying to get on a date with you? I was trying to open myself up to you as a friend, my dude. Same with you, fucking emo duck butt. Fuck. Yeah. As Kakashi just sighs and he just shakes his head, he goes, yeah, fucking fangirls, am I right? As basically, alright, enough of that. We have to get going. As doing so, they would start walking off to go to their mission. With that, since Naruto, I'm not doing that whole shit where Naruto is like, oh, he notices the puddle, right? No, he's a fucking Ginning, and well, he's a Ginning, but he's a level of like a almost high tuning. He's pretty fucking strong. Like he's actually stronger than almost half of everybody in the world at that point. That. So yeah, Naruto, he would just kept on walking as he looks, he knows the puddle, goes, oh, well, there's a puddle, that's kind of cool. He goes, well, whatever, as you just continue walking. He may be really fucking smart, guys, but he's not at the level where he notices everything that's different. He doesn't have that that instinct of a shinobi like Kakashi would have. I'd be like, he goes, that doesn't look right. Like instantly, his shinobi instincts are telling him, he goes, that ain't right. So basically, with him, with Kakashi, he would try to like deduct more from it. In doing so, he would like, oh, it hasn't rained in like fucking 2 weeks. So yeah, that's just keep an eye out on that, right? So that's why Naruto was not gonna notice the puddle. I mean, he did notice the puddle, but he didn't like he doesn't have the instincts of a hardened shinobi like Kakashi does. So he's not gonna be like, well, that's fucking. He goes, dude, it must be like it hasn't rained for weeks. Like, why is there a puddle? He's not being paranoid like a regular shinobi would be, right? So that's why being a little bit more realistic with this. But yeah. Oh, woof. Excuse me. I just soda, bruh. So yeah, Kakashi. So yeah, the demon brothers would hop out of the puddle they were hiding on, and well, Kakashi would test his team, see if they think they're really ready for the ninja world. If of course they do decent, of course, yeah, he's gonna be all right. I think they're pretty ready. Just give them a little boost. But another thing I'm gonna add to Kakashi, he lost almost everybody he's ever cared for. No, he has lost everybody he's cared for, besides of course Naruto, and his team 7. Um, oh, and his each of Paradise. So yeah, um, so in this one, I'm making it so Kakashi is gonna make sure that his team will not die off his watch, or even on his watch. So he's gonna make sure that they're gonna be trained up. I think that would have made Kakashi such a lot better sensei for one, and um, yeah, a shit ton better, a lot, 100% better sensei for that. Besides teaching them literally tree walking, and they'll be like, all right, I'm training Sasuke only now. Whatever you two, go find some fucking legendary Sonic, right? That's basically how that went. It's more like Naruto. Go find every legendary Sonic since you like attracting danger. Oh, I forgot main character. My bad. So basically, yeah, Kakashi would then get quote unquote killed by the Demon Brothers, the Chunin ranked versus Elite Jonin. Yeah, definitely got killed. So yeah, he would basically get killed as Naruto, of course, is like, oh, Kakashi Sensei. But Naruto knowing Kakashi, almost like Kakashi Sensei, bro. Alright, that felt good. That stretch was really good, bro. Naruto he's like, he can't be killed that easily, right? As he goes, well, no matter what, we still have to we have to do the mission. He would have froze up for a second, but then his brains would have got him going. His smarts would have got him going. So doing so, Sasuke would have already rushed and done his whole thing with the kunai. as he would have landed on the chains. Doing so, Naruto would then yell out, Sasuke, move. Sasuke instinctively would jump back, doing a backflip, flipping over what looks to be a wind bullet, as it would hit both the Demon Brothers, and the force of the wind bullet would actually knock them into the tree, and inevitably one of them would have fell, would have got, of course, like their chain would have wrapped around their, like they got hit so hard, one of them wrapped around the chain and got sliced in half from it. As Naruto goes, that was basically everybody there besides Kakashi, and the other Demon Brother were like, oh fuck, that is disturbing and gross. Yeah. So of course that would I'm doing something really stupid in this game. Oh my god, it looks like shit. Holy fuck. It's basically Kakashi would appear, knocking out the other Demon Brother, since of course Naruto, Sasuke, and Sasuke would have, of course, Sasuke would do a lot better than Naruto would within this point, because, well, Sasuke saw his whole clan and his parents get murdered in his front of his eyes in Tsukiyomi many times over for about 72 hours or something like that, however long Tsukiyomi is. Yeah, so Sasuke's pretty. I bet he gets nightmares and stuff from that shit. So yeah, Naruto. Yes, so Naruto would, well. He, of course, would have thrown up a bit. Sakura would have fucking puked up everything she didn't eat, because, you know, Sakura's on a diet all the time and doesn't eat anything. Dude, I'm 100%. The only ship I usually do is fucking Ino and Naruto, because that's like, I don't know why Ino would go for Sai at all. Like, bruh, Sai shouldn't even be in the show. Just a backup Sasuke at this point. So yeah, so Naruto would, well. Oh damn, I wasn't paying attention. Oh fuck. So yeah, Naruto, he would, well, puked a little bit, as Kakashi, of course, at that point has already interrogated Tazuna, and Naruto's like, fucking shit, that was disgusting. That's basically, he would look back and then puke a little bit more. It's like, oh yeah, nope, that's definitely coming out. Yeah, that's gonna be stuck in my head for a while. As Naruto's like, yeah, no, did not like that, no, at all. I feel like shit. It's basically, Kakashi would walk, yeah, Naruto goes, so first kill, I'm guessing. He goes, that's your first kill, alright? Goes, congratulations, Naruto, you killed your first enemy. Goes, why are you congratulating me? That stuff, I don't feel great about that. I feel like absolute fucking dog shit. As Kakashi goes, that's the point. That proves that you're still human and not a monster. As Naruto goes, that's a good way to look at it, but I'm technically a monster. But let's not talk about that. As Kakashi goes, yep, whatever you think. He goes, well, it's like I know one of your affinities now. That's good. He goes, oh, did you need to know what our affinities were? He goes, Now, since it's on the topic, Sasuke, you go first. And Sasuke goes, I have fire and lightning. Kakashi goes, Just like me. All right, cool. Um, all right, Sakura. Sakura's like, what does Sakura have? I don't fucking know. Let's give her like Earth, something really basic, because Sakura's a basic bitch. Yes, Earth. I mean, like that makes sense because you like Earth is alive, and then like, um, she's gonna be a medical name at some point, right? So yeah, why not? So of course, with that, Naruto be last. As he goes, I never really checked. I don't know how to. Because I didn't ever, never had chocolate paper. I can never buy it. As Kakashi goes, oh, well, you're in luck. I have chocolate paper just happened to be in my pocket today. Look at this. As basically Naruto's like, fishy, alright? As he goes, I know how to use it, I just never could afford it. He goes, alright, well, just put your chocolate into it and let's see what you have. As Naruto goes, alright. Doing so, there's a split in the middle. As Kakashi goes, wind, as we saw earlier, goes, is it just wind? As next would be the left side of the paper would crumple up as the right side would, well, get wet. As Kakashi goes, you have 3 chakra natures. Very impressive, Naruto. Goes, you have wind, a primary wind, primary lightning, and a secondary water. As Naruto goes, what? How can you tell? He goes, just a hunch, I guess. Because even if my hunch is correct, that means you should probably even have a higher lightning affinity than even I do. And with wind, well, you're the second person within Konoha to even have a wind affinity. And Naruto goes, really? He goes, yeah. The other person is Asuma Saratobi. And Naruto goes, Gigi's son? He goes, mm-hmm. And Naruto goes, oh, well, okay. As basically they would continue on, and boom, the bridge would show up as Naruto goes, that's a big ass fucking bridge. No wonder it's gonna take a whole month for that. So yeah, basically they would get off the bridge and start walking towards Tazuna's house. Doing so, Naruto would then, since he's trying to keep his senses sharp, as Kakashi's told him to, he throws a kunai, exactly from wherever he felt movement within the area. He throw a kunai as they look at it as it's a white rabbit. As Naruto goes, damn it, it's a rabbit. He goes, but it's white, isn't it? Summer? As Kashi goes, it is. As Kashi then goes, thinks he goes, that is. Because it's a white rabbit meant for winter. That means it must be kept indoors and used for maybe a substitution. As basically doing so, he would then yell down as Naruto, of course, would have listened. Sasuke would push down Tazuna as Sakura would have got pushed down by Kakashi, of course, because Sakura's a dumbass and doesn't know how to do anything or even follow rules, but yeah. So, Naruto, of course, they would get up as they would see a gigantic sword that is big as probably a person in a tree. As basically Naruto's like, that's a big sword. As Kashi goes, Zabuza no Mochi. As Naruto goes, Naruto's thinking goes, he already knows who it is and he only saw a sword. As doing so, Zabuza would appear on top. He goes, Kakashi of the Sharingan, right? As that whole stuff would happen, as Kakashi would slip up, right? As now it's time for Naruto, just Naruto this time, because As Naruto then get past, Naruto would be actually good enough to take care of the water clones. Doing so, he would get rid of the water clones with just a couple kunais and a couple shadow clones as well. Doing so, Naruto would make about 4 shadow clones, rushing them towards Zabuza, but not really rushing towards them. Just he would use another another wind jutsu with the 4 clones. No, 6 clones actually. So 2 clones would launch a clone towards Zabuza with the Gale Palm, basically doing the burrito move. So yeah, basically they would get sent at them as Zabuza would pop them both. But he goes, "You think you came and walk in water? You think you kill a ninja like me? So I killed a whole class." And Naruto goes, "Yep, villain monologue time." Goes, "Well, enough with that." He basically says himself as he goes through a couple hand seals. As Kakashi goes, "Lightning?" Goes, "Oh fuck, well I'm dead." Basically goes, well. As basically Kakashi goes, as basically his opposite solid too. He goes, "Lightning? When are you gonna electrocute both me and your sensei?" As Naruto goes, "I might electrocute Sensei, but it's definitely gonna electrocute you. I don't know. Haven't tried this out." As he goes through his hand seals, as he would finish a modified version of the E-ring technique he used to get Sasuke out of the whole headhunter jutsu. Doing so, the lightning would crawl on top of the water, rushing towards the two. As Abuza goes, "Well, he goes, you think, you don't have the balls to do it, kid." As soon it was about to hit both of them, Zabuza is just smart because he knows Naruto's just gonna stop it, right? He doesn't want he's not going to, electrocute his sensei, but what surprised him, it happened in slow motion for him. The lightning was crawling towards both of them as he realized maybe this kid's actually serious. He might actually electrocute his sensei, right? But when it happened, he started getting electrocuted as he tried to look over to Kakashi to see if the brat got him, right? If Naruto electrocuted Kakashi at all. But doing so, there was actually a wall of lightning in front of Kakashi as Naruto goes, "I got it." As doing so, the electricity going through Zabuza right now would actually stop the pulse of chakra that's allowing him to hold the water prison as Kakashi would get out of it and Naruto would deactivate the jutsu. Doing so, the whole fight afterwards would be really the same, but Zabuza would have been beat a tad bit faster because he got electrocuted in this one, so yeah. I got a burp. There you go. So basically then the Haku would basically save Zabuza as Kakashi does that whole little cringy thing about seeing in the future, but really not. He's just predicting the future, really. So yeah, Haku would save him as, of course, Kakashi is low on chakra at this point, and Naruto can really Naruto kind of guessed he probably would be out of chakra at this point because of the Sharingan's not actually his, so he's guessing that takes a really high toll on his chakra reserves and stuff like that. So Naruto would make 2 clones as the clones would catch Kakashi as... Yeah, they would catch Kakashi and start carrying as basically... They would then get to Tazuna's house as Kakashi would be resting as with that, Sasuke would be pissed as fuck as he'd be yelling at Naruto about, because why the hell? Teach me that jutsu now. Both of them. The one that you killed, the one dude, that one guy back at the very beginning of the mission, and that one you just did on Zabuza. Teach it to me now, Naruto. You shouldn't have power like that. You're not an Uchiha elite like I am. As Naruto just goes, why should I give you something that I've worked hard for? It's like me asking you for your fireball jutsu. And plus, you don't even have the wind affinity. You're a fire user. That's a complete opposite of wind. That's not going to work out for you. It's going to be crappy and very weak. I have a high affinity in it, so it's easier for me. It's like me trying to learn a fire jutsu. That's very difficult as well. Plus, don't you already get enough, Mr. Last Uchiha, Mr. Prodigy, Mr. Genius of Last Uchiha that's a genius? Like, you're from a genius clan. All Uchiha's a genius because you can literally copy jutsus with just your eyes. Just wait till you get your Sharingan and start going around copying other people's crap. That's what the Uchiha clan is for. They're just a clan of thieves. As Naruto's been really annoyed because this has been happening throughout the whole mission. As basically Sasuke goes, alright, me and you now, outside now. As Naruto goes, fine, I will get it over with. As Sakura is like, Sakura, of course, yeah, go get him, Sasuke, go kick that loser's butt. As basically Tazuna, of course, is like, Tazuna and like, his daughters all there just watching like, what the fuck is happening? These kids are fighting, bro. So yeah, so basically, Sakura, of course, would bring Tazuna and Tazuna's daughter as Inari, of course, is crying. He's in his room looking at the photo of his, of course, father. Well, not real father, but, you know, stepdad and stuff like that. And, yeah. He wouldn't care about them because, well, they're just gonna die, remember? Because, as he said. So basically, they would get outside as they're basically there. As Kakashi is already awake at this point, as he would use he does know a little bit of medical ninjutsu. They should have really done that in the very beginning, but since of course the story was brand new and it's adapted from manga, they didn't have all the stuff they would have in Shippuden all like ready. Like they would not have thought of everything they did in Shippuden from the very beginning of Naruto. So yeah, to be like if they had everything that they had from Shippuden is going to be implemented as well to like Naruto. It's like the whole medical ninjutsu, the whole everything that was like basically first introduced into Shippuden and stuff. Yeah, that would be all. That's going to be all on Naruto as well. So yeah, so with Naruto, Kakashi would use it basically like a mystic palm sage jutsu that would basically heal him, heal himself over a period of time, right? So basically doing so would actually fasten his recovery. So basically he'd be fully recovered in like let's say 2 to 3 days, and Zabuza of course would be a whole week because he has to let it heal and stuff. You can't just force it. He had chakra exhaustion, really. So basically, just healing like your chakra coils is pretty easy with that. So yeah, so Naruto would be sitting in front of Sasuke as Sasuke goes, "Fight me, Naruto. We see who's stronger." Fine, and we also make a bet. If you beat me, I'll give you any jutsu I have at the clan. And if I beat you, you have to give me every single jutsu you ever get. As Naruto goes, that sounds a little unfair, don't you think? It's almost as you are expecting me to lose. As he goes, what, are you saying that you're better than me? As Naruto goes, I'm not saying that you're better than you, I'm saying I'm stronger than you, but probably not better than you. He goes, what? As basically Naruto goes, whatever. It was fine, let's get this stupid fight over with, and plus, I don't agree to that deal, whatever. I'm just gonna prove a point that maybe you should wait till you're Sharingan and start learning things like I've already told you. Stop being jealous of other people for their hard work and dedication. As he goes, well, whatever. As basically Naruto and Sasuke would start their fight. I'm not going straight and really deep into it. I'll do like a jutsus and stuff like that. Basically this fight will start as they would get into a taijutsu battle. Alright, my grandma came in and wanted something, Naruto, he would, as basically the whole taijutsu battle would start. As Naruto's a little bit better, since Sasuke's taijutsu is mainly focused with the Sharingan, since he doesn't have Sharingan at all, he can't really implement the Interceptor Fist style fully. Since Naruto is not a Uchiha and does not use Interceptor Fist, he can use his taijutsu at max potential. I'm giving him a adapted version of the hummingbird style, which is actually pretty sure it's the style that Minato used. It's basically let's say it's like the Namikaze style, right? The hummingbird style. It's for fast strikes for fast strikes, but very powerful ones. Naruto's is different. His is the hummingbird style, but he implemented shadow clones with it since he has crazy high chakra reserves. So basically, how he got the style is from Hiruzen. Hiruzen basically told him that because this is a style that I think would fit for you and stuff like that. So of course he gave him the hummingbird thing and told him afterwards. He did that when he was really young, but Naruto's been adapting his shadow clones to it, and Naruto does not know yet about the shadow clone secret yet. So yeah. Hold on, let me put my phone on the charger. I think there's people partying like across this fucking street. So, all right, now it's charged. Let's see. Sorry, I was moving my chair around. My bad. Bro, it's a weird ass chair. So, Naruto. He would he would basically start being Sasuke within taijutsu. Sasuke really mad and start forcing chakra into his punches, trying to hurt Naruto badly at this point. Doing so, Naruto, of course, is noticing the chakra within Sasuke's hands as he's like, whoa, are you trying to kill me? He goes, it was better than watching you be stronger than I am. I'm an Uchiha elite. As Naruto goes, well, fuck. As basically Kakashi's watching this, goes, let's see how this turns out. He knows that Naruto is stronger than Sasuke, and yeah. So he would, Naruto would, he would then start dodging all those attacks. He's going in there to getting into fast strikes after dodging for a bit, getting a good strike in repeat that over and over. Sasuke's getting pissed because Naruto's doing the same thing, but Sasuke's doing the same thing over and over. That's why it's easy for Naruto to tell that it's easy to beat him. As Naruto starts talking, he goes, see how I'm beating you easily right now, Sasuke? It's because you're mad. The hatred that you have right now is blinding your judgment in this fight. You've done the same move repeatedly over, and I've done the same one since I can see the same opening over and over. As Sasuke goes, shut up, you don't know nothing. Doing so, he would backflip as he would then shoot a fireball jutsu at Naruto. Doing so, Naruto would then just take the hit full on. Sasuke, realizing what he's did, is like, shit. He basically just says shit. He goes, because he thinks he just killed a Konoha comrade. And that is not going to be good at all. But even though it's a demon brat, everybody wouldn't care at all. They're like, oh yeah, great. Besides, of course, Haruzen, Kakashi, and Toichi, right? And of course Shikamaru and Choji, since of course they think of Naruto they think of Naruto as a really good friend. Like they can relate to Naruto. He doesn't like attention. Well, Shikamaru knows who the real Naruto is because Shikamaru's smart as fuck, and he's told Choji, and Choji's like, oh, well, I guess so. So of course they think he does. They do think of Naruto as friends, but not like really good friends yet. I don't know why I said really good friends. All they did was really hang out, and that was with Naruto's mask and stuff like that. With him using like acting like a retard and stuff. So yeah. So with Naruto, he would he would of course he would then just stand there as the fire around him has died down, as he's sitting there with half his shirt burnt. He was just wearing a regular shirt. He wasn't wearing his jumpsuit. He put that away earlier. He put that back in the storage scroll since he was just doing. They were just relaxing for a bit, so he's like, I'm gonna get comfortable. So he's wearing just a regular shirt, but Sasuke and Sakura, of course, are wearing the same outfit and stuff. Kakashi's just wearing whatever was available and stuff like that. So yeah, it's basically similar as now people can finally notice that he's wearing a long sleeve shirt to still hide the burn, the whole burnt arm and the melted skin on his right arm, the electrical scars that are also on his left arm as well, as Naruto basically standing there as he does have a little bit more burn marks on him, as earlier now his burn marks are actually heated up, of course, because of the heat. As he goes, see Sasuke, you could have easily killed me right there. If I could have easily died right there, but since he goes, I could have easily died there. It's basically the only thing he did was Naruto. He did he did a little bit of water jutsu that hit himself that caused the fire to not really hurt him that much, but it still did burn him a bit. So yeah, as he goes, because you almost killed a comrade because you were angry. That's showing you that hatred is not the way for everything. That's probably what Itachi told you, right? Told you to hate him, to go kill him. As Sasuke goes, how do you know that? As Naruto goes, because I knew your brother and Shisui as well for all my life. They've been helping me since I was younger, since I was a kid. And that night of the Uchiha massacre, I was going to go visit you guys. You don't remember me, Sasuke. I used to come over to your house when I was younger. But it seems you don't remember, of course, but Itachi was like a brother to me along with Shisui. Hearing that Itachi killed, of course, the whole Uchiha clan, and also killed Shisui, it tore me apart. And then that night, I was there. I saw everything. I was terrified. It's the worst thing I've ever saw in my life. It's another addition to this. As basically, he just ripped the rest of his shirt off. He goes, see, what do you see on my body? As basically, right now, Sakura, Tazuna, and Tazuna's daughter and stuff, they're all quiet. They're listening on. Sakura's like, what do you mean, Naruto? He goes, Naruto's been friends with Sasuke since they were kids? There's no way. As Sasuke goes, scars. I always see scars on your body. As he goes, exactly. You want to know what happened? You have scars within your brain. I have scars within my brain and my body. He goes, when I was 7 years old, I was tortured for 2 months straight. Nobody knows I was gone besides, of course, the old man that has the hat. And, of course, Shisui and Itachi and Kakashi sensei. He goes, I don't want to, because I was tortured for 2 months straight for that. They electrocuted me, they burned me, they mentally tortured me, they ripped toenails off. Since if you notice, I kind of have a healing factor. You're able to negate a healing factor if you just put a chakra seal on them, which stops their chakra from healing them naturally. Since I had a healing factor, they did that. I had no chakra to use. I was weak forever. I was training already then. I would say I would have been pretty stronger, a lot more stronger if it wasn't for that night at the Trio Massacre that terrified me from becoming a shinobi, but also that night I was tortured. It was, since the dispute's over, it's the tie. I don't want to hurt you since you're a comrade. And that would look really bad on my part anyways, knowing my status in the village. So, we may not be friends, Sasuke, but remember that everybody, not only you're not the only one that has a really tough past. And people with goody two-shoes like Sakura that are born with just absolute perfect lives. And you learn that some people have shit lives and others have good lives. You can't make fun of people because of something that's happened that's out of their control. I didn't want to be tortured. You didn't want the Uchiha Massacre to happen, did you? I didn't want my parents to die right when I was born. I didn't want to be an orphan, but life decided that I'm going to be an orphan. So, I hope you understand that I'm telling you this because I trust you. Not fully yet, but it's enough for you. It's enough for you guys to understand a little bit about me. There's not enough of that, so I'm gonna go train. As basically Naruto would leave, Sasuke's like, whatever. Because he must know something if he was here that night. Sasuke is a cold-hearted fucking bitch. Just gonna let you know. I've had many times where Naruto's trying to get Sasuke to get on his side, but trying to get Sasuke out of the dark ways he's going to, but it would never work, of course. So, the fuck is it? So basically, yeah. Sasuke would just go brood off somewhere else as he's cursing Naruto underneath his breath. Basically, like you would know anything. Who cares you got tortured? My whole clan was killed. I don't care about anything else about killing Itachi. Basically, right? It's basically Sakura goes, I didn't know Naruto had such a tough life. And I've been treating him like crap. As basically Sakura kind of break down because of that. I'm actually going to make Sakura, of course, a lot nicer in this one. I really think Sakura could have been a really, really good character in the very beginning of Naruto if they just knew that Naruto's fucking past was the shittiest past ever, besides, of course, Kakashi's past. Kakashi's past is really fucked up. Like, there's just so much, like, death in his past. It's like, yeah. Almost everybody he's ever cared for has died and stuff like that, yeah. Yeah. As Tarzan goes, damn, he goes, wow, I didn't know the little brat had such a tough life. Getting tortured at the age of 7, being shunned by his whole village, and then watching a whole massacre happen just because you want to go say hi to a friend. To your big brother figure, and then the big brother figure happened to massacre the whole clan. And the big brother figure killed the other big brother figure. Oh god, that's horrible. As Tarzan's daughter, of course, is in tears as well from hearing this. As Kakashi has a couple tears running down, has a tear in his eye, he goes. As basically he's like cursing himself a bit for not being there for Naruto at the very beginning and stuff. He does care for Naruto a lot. He sees Naruto as like a little brother, but we all know Kakashi. He doesn't really show feelings that much, so of course he keeps it to himself. Doing so, bro. What the fuck? Whoa, bro, I'm down. Sorry, I'm playing a game. I'm playing like a racing game right now. Like I've been doing that the whole time. But so there's this truck you can buy in the game, and you can really fucking customize this shit. Like you get suspension height, all that fucking shit. So I made my front tire, my front axle, tire, and the whole suspension of the front axle and shit like that, super fucking high. Then I made my back very, very, very short. So yeah, so whenever I hit a car, I just go flying like it's a ramp. It's hella fun. Um, so back to it. So Naruto, he's going back to train, of course, as yeah, he would go back to he started training and stuff like that. Same with Sasuke because when he's the first out his anger somehow. He's angry because Naruto thought that he could try to show him up. My fucking phone filler, fuck. Um, I don't know, maybe should I really start making videos like this, like sideways? I mean, it's the only way my fucking case decides to work. I guess so. You could try it. Try the rest of the video like this. How about that? It's easier for me, and then I don't have to fucking try to fix my phone every like 20 minutes. So yeah, that's cool. Well, yeah, all right. So with Naruto, yeah, he's pretty. He of course is pretty sad right now because now thinking about his life, it's really fucked. And well, talking about the whole orphan thing got him pretty sad because he does really want to know whose parents were. He wants to know if he was loved at least, right? So yeah. So yeah, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab something to smack on real quick. I'll be right back. Hello to everybody, I'm back. But so yeah, Naruto. Well, he would he would yeah. So he'd be training and all that. What else? What else? What else? Where was I? So yeah, the next day would happen. Sakura's been, of course, a lot more kinder to Naruto and actually been like, oh, maybe Naruto's never been trying to get a date with me and stuff like that. Because she realized that Naruto's definitely been acting a lot different. He's a lot smarter than she remembered from the academy. So she's like, huh, okay. So yeah, so he would, well, yeah. Basically, Sakura would be a lot nicer, and Naruto's like, oh, at least someone fucking is a bit nicer today, right? So he would, well, basically, so yeah, he would be, so yeah, he would, well, yeah, so basically, fuck, dude, I'm trying to think, my bad, I'm sorry. Um, oh, it's fucking stupid as shit. Alright, I was doing something. So yeah, basically afterwards, about like a day, like 2 days, Kakashi would then be like, alright, he was like, he'd be all ready up and he's all fixed up now and stuff. So he's like, he goes, alright. As basically he'd walk down and basically be in the kitchen as Naruto's sitting there eating and yeah, as he basically eating as he would finish his food and he's about to walk off. As Kakashi goes, well, you gotta stay. We're gonna talk. All three of us, all the whole squad's gonna talk. As Naruto goes, well, alright, Kakashi Sensei. He goes, good. Just wait for the others to get here. As Naruto goes, well, alright. So yeah, of course, basically everybody would get down there as Sasuke would be the second one, as he's of course would start glaring at Naruto. As Kakashi's like, yeah, fucking dumb as fuck. This is stupid. So, yeah. Basically everybody would get down there as Sakura goes, oh, good morning, Naruto. And good morning, Sasuke. Sasuke doesn't give a fuck because he's Sasuke and he's a bitch. Um, so yeah, he would basically be sitting there as Sasuke, as Naruto, as Kakashi goes, well, good news, I'll be training you now. Bad news, Zabuza's still alive. As Naruto goes, oh, he goes, that's not surprising. As of course Sasuke goes, what are you gonna say now? What's all right? If you're so smart, Naruto, why is he alive then? If you're so much better than us, as Naruto goes, well, I was just telling. He goes, did you not notice the hunter nin? Usually a hunter nin would instantly start destroying the body as soon as they would find the dead body, not take it somewhere else. That instantly made it fishy. And I think the hunter nin's been there watching the whole time as well. As Kakashi goes, a good eye, Naruto. As because that's exactly why. So I think Zabuza might be coming back. And from the looks of it, I think we have about 3 days. So I'll be training you all in a technique. As Naruto goes, oh, what's the technique? Sensei goes, it's called tree walking. As Naruto goes, tree walking? Is it like a chakra control exercise? He goes, exactly. Because hey, do you know it? Naruto goes, no, but I heard about it. I never tried it though. Hold up. Alright, so yeah. As basically Kakashi goes, well, I'll be teaching you it. As Sakura goes, well, does it really help us, Sensei? I mean, Zabuza is an A rank missing nin, and we're only beginning. Naruto and Sasuke may be strong, but they couldn't even beat you, and Zabuza almost killed you, Kakashi Sensei. As Kakashi goes, he goes, good job, Sakura. He goes, yeah, that is the point, but I say you guys have like a what do you think? It's basically he goes, if you get this is like a 30% chance for you guys at least. He goes, don't worry, I'll try to make sure that none of us get hurt, but at the same time, um, if you finish this technique, if you complete the exercise, the fuck. All right, so yeah, Naruto, as Kakashi goes, basically, when you guys complete this exercise, you guys would your chance and the control of your chakra would be even greater. Really, I'm expecting Sakura, I'm expecting you and Sasuke to get this down the fastest, since you guys have the less chakra out of you three. Naruto has the most chakra. He has even more chakra than I do. So it's gonna be a little bit more difficult for him to get it. As basically Sakura goes, alright, Sensei. As basically Kashi goes, alright, well, let's get going. We'll start this now. As basically they would all get to the same area. As basically Kashi would start explaining how tree walking works, and then just get started. Sakura doing it on her second try. As Naruto, of course, would praise her, be like, "Wow, that's so good, Sakura. Good job." As Sakura goes, "Oh, thanks, Naruto." He goes, "Oh man, I wish I had good control like yours. I have decent control, but still pretty difficult." And she goes, Because I can help you out. As Naruto goes, "Really?" He goes, "Yeah." She basically goes, "Well, the way I did it, I made myself really calm." And Naruto goes, "Oh, that's what I usually do with my chakra control exercises." She goes, "Oh, so you already know." He goes, "Well, have you really tried it?" He goes, "Yeah, I haven't really tried it yet. I don't, I just hope I'm not really good at getting these things down." She goes, "Why is that?" He goes, "No." He goes, "Why?" He goes, "Because I'm not trying to get Sasuke mad anymore. For some reason, after the fight, he's super mad at me." And she goes, "Yeah, I guess so. So I'm gonna go see if Sasuke needs any help. Alright?" He goes, "Yeah, thanks, Sakura." So basically afterwards, Naruto, of course, would start doing it and actually get it done his third try. As Naruto basically be up on the tree, goes, Kakashi Sensei, I finished. As Kakashi looks up and goes, Goes, "How many tries did it take you?" He goes, "This is my third try." As Sasuke goes, "What? There's no way like a dope like you could beat the rookie of the year like me. Damn it, how are you doing it? You're cheating somehow." As basically Sakura's like, actually, because Sakura's like, and she's like really like, cause she wants to be nice to Naruto because, of course, like Naruto had like not because he had a bad past because Naruto's been totally different, right? So Naruto's been like really nice to her all the time and trying to be really helpful. So she, of course, is just being a friend. She's already starting to see Naruto as a friend instead of somebody she dislikes. Someone that is seeing him as basically almost as like a brother because of the whole like squad being Team 7 stuff. Like Team 7 is like a family for Sakura and Naruto. Along with Kakashi, of course. But Sasuke, of course, doesn't give a fuck about Team 7. He's like a revenge, hatred, snake guys that want little boy bodies. Alright, if you heard me chew there, sorry, like I forgot to fucking pause the video. I'm eating some mac and cheese and stuff, so I'm pausing, eating a bit, and then continuing on. So, sorry if you heard me eat my food. So yeah, what else? What else? Oh fuck. Hold on. Yeah. So Sakura, of course, she's trying to be like a lot nicer to Naruto and stuff like that, and then she kind of like been like, I mean, there's really no way to like. She didn't say anything, which like Sasuke doesn't give a fuck about again. So yeah, so yeah, basically, Kashi would know. Actually, Sasuke, there's no way to cheat out of this. I actually kept a watch on all of you guys the whole time. So Naruto did do it perfectly on his third try. As basically Sasuke goes, "There's no way. He's a doe, dead last." As basically Sasuke goes, Naruto goes, as basically Kakashi goes, "Well, it could be possible that since Naruto is the Nine-Tailed Jinchuriki and all, that maybe people took their hatred out on him and maybe decided to really fuck up his total of education. And maybe Naruto decided to hide his real potential. Who knows? It's really just up to Naruto. Bro. So yeah, as Sasuke goes, there's no way. He's a dope, not even from a clan. As Sasuke, as Kakashi's just like, man, I really wish I could really just wish I could talk about Sensei and Miss Kushina's telling him that he goes, I really wish we could talk about Naruto's parents right now. That would be so funny. He said things. Just see the face of Sasuke like, what? He's the fourth Hokage's son? What? 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 No way. There's no way. Dope like him? No. I mean, they are dead, so. So, of course, Kakashi would, like, love to rub that into Sasuke's face because, well, of course, he had a, like, of course, Kakashi had a best friend, which was Obito, and he was, of course, an Uchiha, but Obito was really different from all other Uchihas. Obito was just like Naruto from canon Naruto. Not this one. Not this Naruto, of course. So yeah, so yeah, Naruto, he was like, um, well, he goes, well, anyway, Kakashi Sensei, is there anything else you could teach us? He goes, if you really want to and try to get this in time, there's the next water walk. There's the next chakra exercise after tree climbing. This Naruto goes, what's that? He goes, water walking, as you've seen in the fight with me and Zabuza. As Naruto thinking on it, goes, oh yeah, you guys did walk on water. It was weird, but so we're able to do that as well. He goes, yeah, you're able to. It's a lot more difficult than tree climbing, though, that's for sure. As Naruto goes, alright, I'll do it. As Sakura was like, I guess I could do it too. I would like to try it and keep up with Naruto and Sasuke. As basically Naruto goes, he goes, alright. As of course Naruto would then they would as Sasuke be left to his own self, which is dangerous because you never know what Sasuke's gonna do. I mean, more like not dangerous, but more like fucking normal, I guess. Because I guess Sasuke likes being by himself, and will his brooding self leave him alone, he'll come back a little bit less brooding, maybe. Win-win, right? So yeah, so of course they would go to the front of the house of Tazna's house since they live literally like right next to the fucking body of water. So yeah, they're literally the house is like on the body of water. So I can see why not they would go there. Basically, they'll get back as Kashi would stand on the waters. He goes, all you have to do is this. Basically, so it's a lot different from tree climbing. In tree climbing, you have a constant rate of chakra to allow you to stick. But with water is liquid, and there's no solid. There's not really a solid form when it's liquidized, right? As Naruto kind of understands, he goes, oh, so we're gonna have a total constant change in chakra within our feet, so we can float a pond or I guess stick to it, right? He goes, something like that. But you're correct, Naruto, but just the wording is a bit different. As Naruto goes, oh, alright. As Sakura's now seeing Naruto's firsthand, like Sakura's watching Naruto firsthand of him being a complete genius right now. She's like, I didn't even think about that. What the fuck? So basically, Naruto would then start getting undressed. He's like taking his shirt off, taking his pants off, right? as Sakura is of course getting ready, she goes, Saku, what the hell do you think you're doing? As Naruto goes, I'm not doing this exercise. We're gonna get wet. I'm just gonna be in some swim trunks that I brought along. I don't know why, but I had a need to bring them. I mean, we are gonna land a wave, so I might want to swim at some point. So yeah, stop your complaining. And if you don't want to do this exercise and get help, or if you need help or anything like that, I'll be over here then. So, and you could just go do whatever somewhere else. They basically Sakura was, it's not really a problem. I was just surprised, I guess. As basically Naruto was like, yeah, whatever, whatever. It was, okay, well, I'm gonna do this exercise now, as he said. Doing so, bro, somebody's fucking partying hard outside, damn. So yeah, Naruto would start doing the water walking as he would actually get it down fairly fast. I say like water walking is about like 50% harder than like tree walking. It's like it's a totally different level, right? So, yeah, I say Naruto finished it, got it down in, let's see. Let's say he got it down in 7 days. Not 7 days. What the fuck? No. Not. I said tries. I didn't. I meant to say tries. So about 7 tries, he would finally start getting it down. And she goes, "Oh, this is getting easier." As Sakura is actually getting it down as well, she goes, "This is actually getting kind of easy." As doing so, since she has such a low pool of chakra, yeah, she would then start getting chakra exhaustion. So Naruto, of course, would then help her. Basically, she would start following in as Naruto would go over there and help her. It was weird because all she saw was Naruto flicker away, and then he was right there. As she goes, that was right. It looked like Kakashi Sensei when he did that. As basically he would wrap her arm around his shoulder and goes, "Alright, I think it's enough for you. Your chakra pool's not as great as mine, Sakura. So I think you should take a break and let your chakra build back up." And she goes, okay. But how'd you do that? How'd you get here so fast? As Naruto goes, I guess that's one of my little secrets, I guess. It's a jutsu, but I don't really use that often. I want to make it into a jutsu I use within combat, but it's really difficult. I have to get better at it, and I'm not really like telling everybody what my jutsus are and stuff like that. My arsenal, it's not good. And plus, if we're ever gonna go to tuning exams, there might be a chance where we fight each other. So I can't let you guys. You guys can't always know what I'm. You guys can't know what. I always have to have a trick up my sleeve somehow, right? That's basically Sakura goes, I guess. As basically they'd be sitting down as they're basically just Naruto's like drinking some water and stuff with Sakura is just laying down. As basically Naruto's sitting down looking out into the ocean as Naruto goes, Sakura, why are you being nicer to me? She goes, what do you mean? He goes, ever since that fight I had with Sasuke, you've been nicer to me. Completely different person. As Sakura goes, I know I've been different. It may be weird, I guess, but now that I know your past and what I was doing was messed up, I want to make rights with wrongs, right? Make wrongs and make them right. So of course, that's me changing my attitude towards you. My whole perspective of you changed that day. Now, besides seeing just the dope, I see, well, Naruto, you. I see you, Naruto. I see that you're totally different. You're not the demon. You're not whatever is what's sealed within you. You're your own person. I should have realized that. A lot of people should too. I mean, a lot. I'm in the village, but I don't know what's wrong with Sasuke. He's so bedridden on that so bedridden on the whole revenge thing. He has so many people trying to care for him. He throws them off the, pushes them off the edge, and shoves them down. Like they don't even matter. Not like literally shoves them. He like theory. English is fucking difficult. Okay, so basically he pushes them away. Really, like if anybody tries to get close to him, he pushes them away. Right. So that's basically what that means. Um, so yeah, he would push them away and all that. As Sakura, of course, is like me and Ino been trying to get his attention for ever, and he's never paid 1 second towards us, unless it had to do with something with power, of course. The only time he paid attention to me was really when I completed the tree walking. As Naruto goes, it's hatred, Sakura, hatred. She goes, what do you mean? He goes, hatred. That's what drives people crazy. I read this book about a year ago. It was talking about the Uchiha clan, and it said the Uchiha clan are a cursed clan. When the Sharingan, for unlocking the power of the Sharingan, you must go through something devastating. Example, like your mother and father die. You watching them die, all that love you have for them will turn into hatred for whoever killed them. So that's what's happening to Sasuke right now, I think. He's locked in this curse of hatred, to say. And hatred's everywhere. This whole world's a part of hatred. That's what Gigi used to tell me. Well, he still does, actually. That the world has a cycle of hatred. The reason why the villagers were in war, and keep on going to war, is because one person killed another, and that hatred for that person grew. So they would attack again, and the cycle would just keep on continuing. That's why I hope in the future that cycle of hatred can be broken. But we're in a ninja world where everything's unpredictable. We don't know if someone can attack us even during like a tuning exams or something like that. Anything it's an unpredictable world. As he would then stand up and goes, well, enough with my little lecture. I'm sorry about that, but bro, whoever's screaming outside, damn, they loud as fuck. I don't think you guys might not hear it because I'm talking like right. I could definitely hear it because it's like I'm in my room and stuff like that. So yeah, Naruto goes, well, he goes, let's get back to training on this water walking. And this what if I officially decided that Sakura and Naruto's relationship is not gonna be like it's not gonna be like a actual shit. It's gonna be like a best friend type of relationship. So basically like canon almost, like where Sakura is really close friends with Naruto, of course, since they're on the same team. But they're gonna be a lot more closer. They're literally gonna be best of friends. And so that friendship with Ino is outmatched by Naruto's and Sakura's friendship in the future, or even right now, because like the only reason they have friends is just the friends with a rivalry friendship over a boy. So yeah. Um, hold up, I need to check how much time I'll have left. I have about 30 minutes until I start getting ready. All right. So yeah, Naruto. Hold up. I clear my throat. Bro, imagine having a voice crack like that every day. That would suck. So yeah. So basically, back with the what if. Yeah. Naruto is So basically, Naruto and Sakura would have 2 more days of just hanging out with each other, getting to know each other a lot more. They're not gonna be dating at all at any time. Just gonna be really good friends. So yeah. So continuing on with that, Naruto they would complete the water walking as Sasuke would have started it as well. Um, They would have completed water walking. Sasuke is almost done with it. He has about like a couple more to go. So this is gonna make them ultimately stronger, as basically like final round shooting exam strong. Well, besides Sasuke, because he doesn't have Chidori and he hasn't copied Lee's speed or anything like that. Naruto, he's already strong as canon Naruto in final shooting exam. Sakura, she's stronger for sure already. Naruto's helped her with chakra and stuff like that. Since Naruto knows a shit ton about chakra, he's been working on chakra control his whole life. Um, he may be a prodigy in learning things and a genius, but his control is what he has to really work for. As he found early on in his life, that he gets things down pretty easy. So yeah. So of course, with that and all, yeah. Then like the whole week would have been over. As that point, Sasuke is strong as like he's basically like just basically same strength as Canon, but he's gonna be his control of chakra is gonna be a lot better. That means he can do more fireball jutsus and stuff like that. Since he has better control over his chakra, so yeah. So yeah, he was able to yeah, he was able to get better control over his chakra with the two exercises that he completed and stuff like that. So with Naruto, the whole week has been over. They're going to the bridge as Naruto thinks it could be. He has a feeling today is going to be the day that they face Zabuza again. Naruto did not meet Haku, sadly, even though Haku's a G and a trap. They did not meet Haku. Yeah, Naruto didn't. He didn't go out and get pissed. The whole Inari thing. Inari heard about Naruto's story and how Naruto's life story. He was interested in all the yelling that Sasuke was doing, and then came out. And then when Naruto did his whole story about how he got all these scars and how he's treated, and how about life isn't not everybody has a perfect life. And Ari, of course, took that in, and he's completely different now. He's like, oh, well. He's like, oh, well, okay. So basically, he looks up to Naruto as a big brother now, and stuff like that, and yeah. So yeah, Naruto continuing on, he would basically show up to the bridge as there's a bunch of people knocked out and stuff like that. As Kakashi goes, alright, everybody get ready. Doing so, they would all get into the formation as a bunch of Zabuza clones would appear, and Zabuza goes, let's see if let's see if that blondie can take care of them now. There's like there's one less, so the clones are even stronger. As basically Naruto would do that. Kakashi asked Naruto to leave a clone at the Tazen's house just in case any bandits decide to come in or anything like that. So yeah, so doing so during that time, the Naruto clone took care of the bandits and stuff like that, and yeah. As Kakashi gave the order to his clone to kill the bandits, no matter what, just kill them. They're interfering with the mission, so you have to eradicate them, right? Basically, that's what the order was. So the clone, of course, killed him, but as soon as it dispelled because it was just killed, right? Naruto clone killed. Doing so right before the fight happened, Naruto throws up. He just, oh yeah, as he goes, why don't, huh? It's basically Zabuza goes, why? He goes, Zabuza goes, why are you throwing up, kid? As Naruto goes, I killed two people. Are these memories? As Kakashi goes, I'll inform him later. I guess it's like he's finally realized that it's like the clone. As basically that was the plan for Kakashi. Kakashi knew that probably Gato's wanting to save money, right? It might do something like send people to go get hostages from Tazen's family. So of course they thought it was a good time to show Naruto the real reason the shadow clones are the real use for shadow clones, right? So of course it worked. It worked perfectly. So Naruto's like, fucking what? He goes, well, alright, well I'm done with that. Continue on. Doing so, Sasuke would do eradicate the clones, trying to do better than Naruto, right? Trying to prove that Naruto's weak and Sasuke's strong, right? So he tried to prove that, of course, but yeah, that didn't work out that well. It did work out well. He did defeat the clones and stuff like that. As Haku then started a fight with Sasuke. As Kashi goes, all right. And he goes, well, they're both ready, so they need help. They know how to help each other. Teamwork, right? Well, as you know, there's no teamwork in this team anymore. Well, besides Sakura and Naruto. But yeah. So yeah, Naruto, of course, he watched the whole thing. He goes, "Wow, Sasuke is pretty strong, isn't he?" That's basically there's just he's still on guard, of course, but he's just talking to Sakura. And she goes, "He is." She has like she's like hearts in her eyes watching. Just as he just shakes his head, he goes, "Jeez." He goes, as Hasan goes, "Why aren't you helping the kid? Aren't you stronger than him?" Naruto goes, "I don't know. I may be stronger than him, Mr. Tazen, but some fights are better. Why? But some fights, some he may be better. I may be better than him in general, but I bet he has more experience with fighting than I do. Since, well, yeah, since he trained and did have a bunch of people help him, Naruto only had himself to train with himself. He did have Shisui to give him tips here and there, but yeah, that's not really all. He didn't really like spar with him. Sasuke though sparred with a bunch of the Uchiha clan members, so he does have a lot more experience than Naruto does. But Naruto's a lot more smarter and clever, so of course he'd have a lot more ideas and kind of like predict what the opponent's gonna do, right? Kind of like Shikamaru does. So that's like another thing that happens. But Naruto hasn't really tried doing that yet, but he will in the future for sure. So yeah, Naruto, of course, he's like as he's watching, the whole fight would go exactly as Ken. Even though Sasuke had a little, he got a little hit a little bit less. That's Naruto thinking as he goes, maybe I could help with force on the outside. Doing so, he as soon as Haku would come out and start talking to Sasuke about how this, that, and that, and this, right? I forgot what he was talking to Sasuke about. Naruto would then hit Haku, doing so as Haku was like, "What the fuck? What the fuck was that?" Right? So yeah. So yeah, with Naruto, he would well. There's not gonna be a point where there's no point where Sasuke saves Naruto at all. It's fucking stupid. Um, because you're my only friend. Kill Itachi for me. Wow. Bro, shut the hell up. So yeah, nothing to really do about that. So yeah, Naruto's like, he would help Sasuke, of course, and stuff like that, and then yeah. Um, so yeah, helping Sasuke on the outside would allow a chance for Naruto to actually knock Haku fully out of the mirrors. Doing so, Sasuke would see an opportunity to rush in and try to do the finishing blow, actually getting there fast enough and actually killing Haku in the process. There's no to be heart to heart moment because this is not about talk no jutsus and friendship in this story. This is gonna be more of a realistic version, I guess. I'm gonna try to do so. Yeah, I'm gonna try. So yeah, yeah. Naruto would well. So yeah, Naruto would well try to. Wait, no. What? So basically, Zabuza would die as well as Kakashi would finally get to him. As doing so, Gato would come as Gato would come and then all right. My mom decided to barge in, so no knocking or anything like that. So yeah, um, Kakashi Kakashi was gonna bury. They did bury Haku and Zabuza. Kakashi took care of all Gato and stuff like that. Gato got killed by Kakashi, just shadow clone, really self-explanatory and easy. Um, I'm not gonna have Naruto. Sakura did kill one. She was supposed to get her first kill, so Sasuke, but he just did with Haku. So They basically got their first kill today. Well, not Naruto, Sakura and Sasuke did. Sakura, of course, puked and stuff like that, but it was a little bit more controlled this time because she already saw Naruto kill. So yeah, they did bury Haku and Zabuza, of course, because they found out they're betrayed and they couldn't. They could have not. They happened to be enemies, but they later if they just waited, they didn't have to be enemies, right? So just unnecessary death. Kakashi thought. So he was like, all right. So he buried them, but then he did take the executioner blade with him. He put it in a seal, and Naruto asked, he goes, why didn't you just put the blade with Zabuza's grave? Because it would be honored. It would be honoring to him, though, Naruto, but at the same time, we have to focus on the future of the village. This and whoever wins the civil war within Kirigakure area now would be very helpful. If we could get, we would want really the rebel side to win, but if they do win, we could give them the executioner blade as a Naruto finishes. Goes as basically a pact, a deal with the village as a treaty, a peace, right? Make a deal with them and become allies, right? You catch on. Because that's really why we had to do that. If they don't, and if we at some point we could even find someone in the village to wield the blade too. But that's up to Kiri to see if they have anybody else to wield the blade. But from the record, from what we know so far during the Civil War, it would be helpful for someone to have the blade, but it doesn't help if the person doesn't know how to wield it. So part of the treaty, we might do like train somebody in the blade while the whole Civil War is happening, and then at the later end of the part, if they start needing help, we propose that we send someone that's been trained to wield a blade, like the executioner one, to help them, of course. As Naruto goes, oh, okay, so this is what Gigi does. All right. As Kakashi goes, also Naruto, did you notice anything? So why'd you throw up in the very beginning of the whole fight? As Naruto goes, well, I got these like memories or something of the two guys that we found back at Tosna's house. At this point, they have left the land of waves, and they are actually on their way back to Konoha. Hokage Hiruzen's been it's already been reported to Hiruzen and stuff like that. The bridge is named after Naruto, again, the Great Naruto Bridge. So yeah. Let's see. Um, so Naruto would continue on as they would keep on talking. As Kakashi goes, the Shadow Clone Jutsu, Naruto. You know, there's something special about it. He goes, does that have to do with the memories I got from my clone? He goes, exactly. So the wielder, whoever uses a Shadow Clone, the user of the Shadow Clone, and when their clone disperses, they get the exact experience of that clone. It's like you caught on a lot faster than I expected. It's good though. He goes, why? Because you can use that for training. As Naruto kind of understands, he goes, oh, okay. He goes, that's gonna be really helpful. As Sasuke, of course, is eavesdropping, he goes, I teach me that technique, Kakashi Sensei, now. He goes, I should have it. I'm an Uchiha elite. It'll help me get more power to kill Itachi. As Kakashi goes, no can do. As Sasuke goes, why? Why can't you, huh? Wait till I tell the council about this. He goes, I would teach it to you. I think it would be really helpful for you. But that's your own problem to deal with, Sasuke. Naruto has even greater reserves than I do. And I only can make around 10. Naruto can make about 1,000. And you have even less amount of chakra than I do. So you can only make about 1. But even that, Naruto has a healing factor because he's a Jinchuriki. So his all the memories and experience he would get, he wouldn't go brain dead like others would with this technique. He's made perfectly for this technique, unlike you. As basically Sasuke basically just basically scoffing, right? So of course they would. So basically Naruto and Sakura would continue talking. They become really close during the time. Kakashi's really happy because Kakashi's pretty happy for them because that means that they're gonna be really good friends for a long time. But he's pretty disappointed in Sasuke. He thought Sasuke would kind of realize that maybe the team isn't so bad, but Sasuke's absolutely hating it. He's fucking hates it so much. So of course Naruto, he would basically they would get back to the village. As actually I think I'm gonna end it off here. Yeah, I have 5 minutes until I start getting ready. All right. Well, I hope you have a good day. Like and subscribe if you want. Part 3 coming out tomorrow, or maybe tomorrow because I get off at 3, and that's literally tomorrow. I might do it after I get off work. I might make another video just for fucking shits and giggles. But yeah, I hope you have a good day, and like and subscribe if you want, and